so vicious.
Vicious Kiki. Big Mama, Big Grandma. Probably had how many litters in her time? Probably at least 20. Most of her babies being taken by animal control and killed. And she is a beautiful cat. A few scars. She's a good mama and a good grandma. Lady next door calls her Mama. We call her Kiki. She answers to both. I think Jim next door calls her Grandma.
I don't know what he calls her.
Most people in the neighborhood, I don't know whether everybody's happy about them being here, but we get a lot of people walking by and are amazed at how nice the cats look, and people like to watch them play. They race around outside chasing each other just like your indoor cats, only this is 9 of them. And they ambush each other and roll around and climb trees, take walks in the neighborhood. That's about the extent of their life now. They don't have to worry about having babies every couple of months. They don't have to worry about finding food because they got three houses feeding them. As you can see, Kiki is not wanting for food.
No, she is rather...
a little on the plump side.
Mm-hmm.
For 12, 13 years old in retirement, not doing too bad. Huh, Key?
But yeah, she's a real vicious outdoor cat.
Well, under the wrong circumstances, she, yes, could be.
But I would not suggest anybody to try this, you know, unless the cat is willing to let you...
It's taken us years to get to this point, to be able to
pick them up.
Yeah, pick them up and pet them. And like I said, some of the cats that we have, we can't do that with. I'd say there's like 3 that
won't even let you touch them.
If you touch them, they look at you like, how dare you, and run away. But never once have they tried to attack us or do anything bad to us. They just don't want anything to do with people, and you can't blame them considering what happens out in the communities to these animals. Kids will throw things at them. People chase them off. It's like a diamond in the rough here, you know. You spend a little time and a little effort, and they can be wonderful animals. We love them. Oh, I'm going to pan over here to Prime Real Estate. Beezy's in the basket.
There's the Beezy.
She's in the basket. As you can see, it's still snowing out. The other cats are underneath the porch. That's closed in. They go under there when they can't roam the neighborhood. They go under there and play. And it's a place for them to be where we're not, because they still like to be amongst themselves without people. They like to make their own decisions on where they're going to go, when they're going to go, and what they're going to do. Which is fine by us because, like I said, we're not after making them pets. We're just helping take care of them. And unfortunately, they're so lovable that it's really hard not to
get some sort of attachment.
Yeah, like we do head count every morning, and if they're not here, we're wondering. Sometimes for a day or two, one of them will be gone, and we don't know if they're going to come back. And that's just something when you take care of outdoor cats, it's just something you have to accept. Kitty.
What you think, old girl?
Yep, this is a vicious, wild, feral cat right here. Last time we had the drill out here, she got mad, and it was in the summer. I had a bromade plant out here. She'd like totally shredded it. So it did show us what she is capable of if she chose to
attack the plant.
Yes. She didn't. She's never attacked us, but we do respect her ability.
Hey, Bobo.
Oh, and Bobo's up.
No, that's a little twin.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
Twin. Oh, time to eat again. That's one thing about cats that people don't realize. Cats, because of their high energy level, need to eat continually throughout the day, and if they don't, they can get very ill. Cats aren't like dogs. They don't eat like once or twice a day. They eat little bites of food all through the day.
What you think, Edie?
Twin.
Here comes Budger.
Yep, they're all coming back up. They're like, well, it's too cold out here. Fighting through a pile of snow. What is that, Precious?
Yeah, that's Precious. She's making her way through the snow.
This is one of the mommies.
That's Kiki's daughter.
We took her to our vet and had her spayed. And
that's her son.
We had Budgie here neutered before we found best friends. It was like we were trying really hard to break the cycle of more and more cats. So, thanks to best friends, we now have 9 cats that as a neighborhood we'll take care of until there are no more. And that's the Christian thing to do. Here's Bobo. They don't stay gone very long. They love to eat, as you can see. Some mornings, it's all we hear is crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah. Oh, she's gonna go up with sister, stepsister.
Oh, we got somebody else coming up. Oh, BJ, losing her balance. Whoa! Too much snow out here. Clear the steps off, people, please. This is BJ. We think she was poisoned or got a hold of a poison mouse, so we've been putting vitamin K, extra vitamin K in their food for, what, about 3 weeks now?
Yeah, that was it.
Just to get her over the hump. Because one of the most common cheap mouse poisons, rodent poisons, deletes the vitamin K in the animal's body, and they end up bleeding to death. They don't end up not having no red blood cells.
What are you doing my toes? What are you doing my toes?
But she seems to be doing fine now.
What are you doing my toes?
We basically do the same thing you would do for your house cats. We use the hairball treatment if somebody's been throwing up hairballs. We try to get the mice away from them. We don't want them to eat mice or birds. A lot of people get upset because wild cats go after the birds, but they don't stop to think that there's a lot of birds out there too that can be a nuisance, pooping on everything. And, I mean, everything works together. We don't like it when the cats bring birds, but That's called nature. You can't take their natural instinct totally away from them.
Come here, old girl. Hey, Tinky Tink.
It's a tinker.
Yeah, Tinker's a homebody.
Yeah, he doesn't stray very far since his dog attack days. Although he does get along with Bosco fairly well. You'd think that he would be terrified. Now the fight over the basket real estate begins.
Well, it's not really a fight. It's just like...
I'm just going to sit here and wait until maybe you leave so that I can have
stare
it.
at you.
You feel uncomfortable.
Well, I'll wait until you're laid down, and then I'll climb in and lay on top of you.
We've had, what, a total of
4.
like 4 cats in that basket, all laying on each other, sound asleep.
You twin. Little twin.
We call them our little monkeys. They're just like monkeys. Hi, Twin Twin. Oh, she's shy. What do you got in your hand?
No cameras.
What do you got in your hand?
No paparazzi.
She's got a little pixie face.
Mm-hmm.
She used to be so terrified of people. You couldn't even look at that cat, and that cat would run away and hide. She was the most skittish cat I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Totally wild. Now we pet her. Yeah, they sure are noisy, aren't they?
Oh, I'm telling you.
And they're vicious. You have to be afraid. Look at this vicious cat right here. Be afraid of them.
Yeah, you have to wear Kevlar and all that.
Yeah, and they look so diseased too. They don't get enough to eat, and they're diseased. Look at the shine on that coat. Tink, what you doing? What you doing, Tinker?
Tink.
I don't want to be on TV.
Hi, Precious.
How many litters did Precious have? Maybe like
5.
Precious is only like maybe what 3, 4 years old. Had
4.
5 litters.
Mm-hmm.
She's Kiki's daughter, and so is Twin. Those are her 2 daughters. And then the rest of the cats belong to Precious from her last litter. Precious was in being spayed by our vet, Dr. Sue, and Budgie, her son, was taking care of the babies out here. The babies were what, maybe about 5, 6 weeks old?
Yeah.
He took care of them for a whole week.
Yeah, a whole week. And
Thankfully, they were old enough that they could eat dry food, so they did pretty well. And then when she came back out...
the wrestling match will begin.
When we put Precious back outside, and she took over the kittens, Budgie was crushed. He was very upset. He did it.
And as you see, they like to play, wrestle.
No different than your house cats. They're having fun. This is what they did as babies, and they still do it. Because they don't have to worry about going out there and mating, finding things to eat, getting in trouble. They still get in trouble a little bit, but this is how they spend their day. You're looking at me all wrong. So these 2 are cousins that are playing. They're not brother and sister. But they make very little sound. The only thing that you'll hear if they're playing late at night, you'll hear a bunch of bangs.
Yeah.
But you don't hear cat calls or screeching or, meowing. These cats are taught by their parents to be quiet so that predators don't get them. So you hear very little, very little meowing or crying or anything. Because as babies, their parents would have given them a swift bat in the head if they made too much noise and a predator was able to find them. And these cats have their claws. They have all their teeth, they have all their claws. But they don't hurt each other, they just play. It's a good feeling. It really is. It's a good feeling knowing that these cats, which in normal circumstances would have been destroyed, now are not our pets, but we find them very amusing to watch. The family dynamics is very interesting. The hierarchy and who gets to do what and who's the boss. Takey.
I guess she's gonna really bat you one.
Tinky, you better play nice. This is what they grew up doing. I think that's why they're such a close family. I mean, they've all been together since birth. These babies, they're now adults. And even the adults will go over there and play with the toys, which is pretty funny.
Game twin.
Oh, take down. And they aren't hurting each other, they're just playing. No different than your cats inside. I'd say the only difference in these cats is they truly have a family structure amongst themselves, that we're not involved in. And they let us know, if we go too far in intruding into their family. I think we're more tolerated. We're accepted as part of the family, but it's more of just tolerating. Because if I were to go over there right now, they would probably go in the cabana.
Yeah.
So there still is a certain separation, even though we can pet them.
Oh yes, I'll get your ears.
Oh, take down. Take that Tinky down.
But these are your vicious cats that should be destroyed.
Yeah, that article that Washington Post did with PETA was very one-sided, was not well researched. Nobody spent any time talking to anybody who actually is in this field.
Other than that one person they showed releasing the cats. But they should have spoke with the person.
They should have spoke with best friends. They should have contacted best friends and seen what the wonderful work that they're doing. We know so many people who have like 20 cats and they're still, having babies, and they've helped them. They've stopped the cycle. You have to stop the cycle. You can't do anything until you stop the cycle. And once you stop these cats from reproducing. I mean, a lot of these animals actually, even right now, these babies could be taken inside. They will never be 100% house cats.
No.
You know what I mean? There would probably be a cat that goes in and out and probably isn't as, tame as a cat that was born inside.
But I would not.
But they're not worth any less than any cat that somebody would have in their house.
Right.
How can you say that these cats are worth less?
They're not. But I would never attempt to foster or adopt these cats out because
they're a family.
They're a family. I won't break up a family.
Well, you can see that they're a family, how they interact with each other. It's no different than any other family.
But this is the boring life of the wild outdoor cats. Oh, Tinky did bad.
Tinky, Big Mama's gonna come over there in a minute.
Yeah, she's eyeballing him.
If she hears too much crying, she's gonna come over there and bat you in the head. Kiki is a good grandma. She basically keeps the peace. They all listen to her when I come out and feed them in the morning. She is front and center, and everybody had better behave themselves. And here comes Bosco. Bosco's pretty good with our indoor cats. He still wants to chase the outdoor cats. If they go in the backyard and we let him out, it's like a free-for-all. We've had him, 3.5 years?
4 years, yeah.
And he's just now used to our indoor cats. But he's a hunting dog, so if they start running, he's
on the chase.
Yeah, he's on the chase. He's a good dog, though. He's a good boy.
He was a rescue also.
He's a sweet boy. Kind of strange to find a purebred Chugga Lab running around. Oh. He's watching them. I don't know if he looks like he doesn't like what they're doing.
He doesn't like them fighting.
Well, they're not fighting, they're playing.
Well, to him, they're fighting.
When we got Tinky back from his dog attack from Best Friends, when he came home, he could barely walk. He had no muscle tone from being in the cage for a couple of weeks. It took him a while. But this is what these animals, especially babies, have to do, because the activity actually helps their bones grow and helps them stay healthy. This is play fighting. And we had a lot of real fighting going on in the neighborhood before Best Friends helped us. We had other cats from we had other cats from other areas coming in here trying to
twin.
Trying to be with our cats, and there were fights and screams, and it was a mess.
Bosco, go lay down.
Bosco.
Go lay down.
Go lay down.
She'll be back, Tinky. You gonna follow her? No? Okay.
No, it's too cold. I'll go back up there and pull the insulation out of the window. Yeah, I'm watching you. Tinker. Tinker Stinker. Your sun's not coming out today. He usually sits in the window there waiting for the sun. Rat. Aw. What's the matter, Tinky?
He doesn't like this.
He doesn't like what? Me filming him?
The snow.
Oh.
And no sun.
I don't think he likes being filmed. Alright, well, we're going to sign off now. We don't know where everybody is. Probably under the porch.